right about now. There we go. Oops, need to... Right, there's so many different things to do here, but welcome. Let me know, first things first, if you're here, welcome. Let me know how the audio is as I do a bunch of different social medias. Gotta network this out for Twitter people. Thank you guys as well for a bunch of the Twitter activity for my Valentine's Day. What is it? My little GIF. Thank you for that. Alrighty. Well, know if we're good. Once people tell me if I'm good or not. Let you guys come in, I guess, then. That's fair. Hello. Welcome. Let's get it started. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing? Let everything kind of load up all around me. Alright. Thank you, Cookie. Hello. I'll give you a wave, too. Welcome, Cookie. Let me know how the audio is. I got a fancy new mic, so let me know how that all sounds. So I haven't done any longer, like, fully formed, like, really big tests with it. So it's a pretty fancy one, so I'm just wondering if hear me fine. Thank you. Okay. I haven't seen, like, does it, like, shut out, you know, or, like, turn off in, like, in 10 minutes or something, so who knows. This is USB mic, so that shouldn't happen, but, you know, knock on wood if it does. So anyway, welcome, guys. Gucci. Okay, perfect then. How's the audio level? Because obviously it'd be, check your hardware first. You know, make sure that's in a good setting that you like it, and then if I sound quieter or louder, let me about that too. I'm just afraid of, like, something's gonna go wrong. So or if I'm gonna go 40 minutes and then people are like, you were quiet the whole time, and it's like, can you just have told me at the very beginning? So that's what I want to prevent, and that's, like, one of the one things that's, like, that's up to you guys, really, because I can perfect it to my own settings, but if someone else's has a 10-year-old laptop or something and it's not going good, then I can boost it up a little bit for you guys. So that's what I'm just worried about, is if, because that did happen one time where apparently for like 40 minutes I was like really, really quiet and I didn't notice, or other times where I had like it muted and didn't notice. So just taking all these measurements to make sure that doesn't happen again. So but yeah, I'm really happy about this mic. This whole mic setup is really nice. So let's see if it works. It's a very good replacement for what I had before. Feels more hands-free. It's one of those, it's got like an arm stand, like a boom stand kind of style. So like literally clamps onto the desk, and then it's got an arm, and then a lot of other fancy things like a shock mount and a pop filter. So it should sound decently better than at least like last month's audio. Because I tried the pop filter last time with the older mic. So now we fully transitioned out of it into this new setup. So alrighty, how you guys doing? Looks like we're doing good. So I didn't really, well, I guess I messed with it for this project a little bit. I guess I can just show you what we got so far again to remind you. If I can get all the way back here. So we're in the last home stretch, but the home stretch is still another marathon. So we're nearly there. We got about to here, and then it stops. So, and then she loses her pupils, and that's what we gotta fix. So there's a lot of things right around 300, 320. So we're gonna start here. I'll probably just only work on Harsh Winnie today, because I think Duster is going to be like reactionary to Harsh Winnie's actions. So like Harsh Winnie will do something and then Duster will react. So I'm going to not deal with his animation for now. So I'm just going to focus on Harsh Winnie for now. Hi Ben. Welcome. This is actually based on Funny Life episodes. This is the original. This is the original scene. We actually made this together like a month ago. month ago we had like a brainstorming kind of like writing session where we had you guys in chat think of different characters, and then we thought of different scenarios for that character, and then somehow we ended up with Harsh Winnie, and then eventually we got up to like suplexing trains. So we just needed to work all those ideas together into one cohesive story. So this is it has this Pony Life characters and models and art style, but the story is original to a degree, I suppose. But thanks for that. So the storyboards say that her eyes go fire, which we'll get to that, and then she's gonna like jump up here, and then dive down below in between the platform and between the train, and then what's gonna happen next is that the train's gonna move a little bit, and then she's gonna lift it up, so she's like grabbing it. Might be like a smear or something. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe she could be like really stretchy or have a bunch of like smear frame or like smear brush strokes or something to go down. And then she flies up. And then she suplexes the train so it's upside down. There'll be like some damage counter. And then everything will be happy with the storyboard pictures. And then she'll walk inside the train door, and then that's done. So that's what I mean, like we're nearly done, just because like there's not super much to do, but I think each element of each little segment in the picture that I got for a storyboard, so it's gonna take maybe a stream each, just the way we've been pacing this out. So, but we'll see. Let's see here. Thanks, Ben. So how you guys doing? So I've been doing good. A lot of stuff's been happening over the last weekend. Let's make sure everything's happy here. I think so. Let's get going inside of Harsh Winnie's comps. Let's see. So I did start to... I replaced the fire effect that we had last time with the one from the Christmas sort of ish cartoon that we did for December. So, as usual. All right. Me too. I did take a break on President's Day. That was fun. I usually try to work on something, at least like one project a day. So that was fun. So what I did was I copy and pasted basically the pictures that I had from the Christmas video and just imported them into this file. So they got the little fire animation here. So I basically just imported them, so I haven't really messed with them too much except for making these as elements and composited them. So when I move the whole eyeball thing, it can follow along. That's basically it. But let's see. What do I need to do? Oh, I wanted to animate it so like they would like flame up. I'm just reading. So they would like flame up and like explode out. But I'm thinking I need to remove the storyboard, so that's gonna be in the way. How did this sneeze? So that'll be fun. New microphone. Couldn't even get that out. Okay. Excuse me. I did go outside yesterday. Instead of working, I played in the snow. And Seattle got a lot of snow, so we've actually just like, yeah, let's go outside and have fun with that. Thank you. I'm gonna take these two and then see. I want it to like be short and then go whop up. So let me see. Just probably I can organize it. Probably want to actually move this so the composite probably is cut by the white part, the sclera. I don't know how to say it. Basically how these peoples are, they're inside of the white part. They don't exist outside. So I need to figure out where that is, and then I can probably get this. If I get the same cutter, that'll be good. It's basically this, and then figure out. Here's the outline. I need to see which one's which. So it's the color line, the color layer. That's the C. So which one is Let's see. Here's color art down here. And it's getting some cuts between all of that. So basically I just need to make... how do I want to do this? I can make like a cutter. Going here. So this will be a mask, so it'll be like some part of it. Boop. So I now go later. Do it the opposite way. See if that works. So now if I drag this around. Yay! See how that worked? Whew. Alright. Problem is that obviously it doesn't clip there, so we can just probably pop that down a little bit there. I think my tween keyframes is on. I might need to go to my preferences real quick. Is there a way to... Stop motion keyframes is off. That's what I want. Well, I guess I could just turn it on and see what happens. So now if I do two. Up. See how that's weird. If I do it again. Huh. If I turn it back off. There's so many like different things, like that was really weird. Nope, now it's making, okay now. Okay, so that's making everything a tween now. So it was working, but then like the first one, sorry, yeah. So what's going on is that I noticed that the waterline? Yes. So what's happening was that when I was making a new keyframe over here, is making this little line in between and making it a tween, which is not what I want. So I was trying to see if there was a stop motion keyframe button I can just select to just turn it off, which that's the only one that I recognize to know that that one works. So, yeah, oh well. Hello. Twitch was worthy. Thank you. Hello, Pikachu. Welcome. So I guess I could do the same thing for basically the same thing, actually. So I'm actually really concentrating to get this going, but boop. Boop. Oh. It doesn't like that. Ooh. Ooh, you're not liking that. Wow. Hello. Is that Sasha? Well, I'm more confused with this now. So it worked here. It likes to be white. Or does it? Now it has to appear outside? Nope, now it's appearing... Oh, duh. It needs to be the other color line art. It needs to be the other eyes. This one. I need the other one to be... line art? Which one is this now? Okay, so I got this one, and so let's see. It is color line. So this goes out to several different things. Let's see. I think it's actually that is a cutter. This is this one. Pop pop. Okay. So I need this one to then go boop. There you go. Right in there. Okay. Good night, Sasha. Hi, cartoons. Welcome. Okay, so right now I'm just doing some really specific Toon Boom stuff that it's gonna be just hard to even explain it now. It's basically I had like the eyeball of each of these has different layers that I separated it, so like the white part of the eye is part on the color art layer of the element. That rail lines up into the cutter, which means that everything that goes into this component or composite has the fire and fire diamonds. So only, it's saying like only where the color line, the color art of the eyeball is the glare basically be cut by that. So that just means like areas where it exists, it should only exist. So that just means that. So anyway, that's what I mean. It's just trying to explain it. It's really complicated. So what happened earlier was that it wasn't working because I wasn't doing the other eyeballs. I needed to line it up with this flame and this eyeball. And this flame and this eyeball. I was trying to do this flame with this eyeball and it was freaking out. So, figured that out. Alrighty. It's always weird. Like, it's always takes so long to get comfortable doing these streams. I've been doing this for how long? Like 2018-ish so far. Seems like about then. And every time I still feel like I gotta like get it back into the groove of like, oh yes, I am here. I am talking to you. I'm trying to explain what I'm doing as well as making it entertaining and trying to keep up with you. So, sorry about that. It always weirdly just takes me so long to get this going. To get my bearings good. Okay. So what I want is like the flames to like start at the bottom. Don't want these that tween there. That was making like an extra line there. So I can like squash and stretch it a little bit. So this is the stretch, this is the stretch, squash, and back to normal. So we whoosh, whoosh. It's like these things are like, the flames are like igniting underneath her eyeball or something. It's like when she opens her eyes, they'll like explode out. Big infernos. Let's see. Yes, exactly. It keeps selecting the wrong part. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Selecting next also kind of gets a little tricky. But anyway, there's that slight animation. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. A little bit there. Heck, fire. Whoosh. We could animate it kind of going back and up. I think that's going to be fine. Alrighty. I think we're good. So next thing is that she's going to jump down a platform. I just need to see what the timing is for that. Where's Winnie? Actually, a little bit before then. Wow. Okay. So whoop, boop. Do I have... I don't even have like a push down, so... What I mean is that it just kind of just keeps that same pose. Hi, cool guy. He keeps this pose here. I don't know if you're able to see it. I have this pose here, but then immediately goes into an up. So I don't have it down exactly. So I need to time that out somewhere. Even here somewhere, maybe. Is there enough time to go whoop? Obviously I can change the timings of things, but everything's pretty good at this point, you know? So, oh no. The problem is that it might take a bit, even just like 2 to 3 frames, but about to time from here, it's just so little time that I might need to just make things a little bit longer. What I'm trying to do is like retime things, because I feel like I don't have the time for her to expose the time that I want to have people to look at and appreciate that this is a fire, as well as then having her immediately go into here. It's not long enough, so I want like maybe like 4 or 5 more frames, so I might need to just figure that out. I can take all of these as well, and all these pictures. Let me see. Go back. These are my storyboards and camera. So basically, I would just want to go back here and just add a couple frames. Now that I got everything of the storyboard and camera ready, I think. Is the camera here? There they are. Okay. So what I want is to make this slightly longer now. Because I know with the animation, if I just follow this animation, I feel like it's not going to feel... It's going to feel too fast. So what I want to do is just slow it down, just so you can appreciate it a little bit longer. So it's good. It's like just way too quick. So I want to just go like here and add like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more frames. So we whoop. That means I can push these a little bit longer too. Because these kind of go with where... what happened here? Kind of when she jumps up. Okay, that's good. So what I want is that it feels pretty good. There's enough time for that to work. Okay. It's only 4 frames, so it's like literally like what is that? A blink and a miss, you know, kind of a of how long that's exposed for. But now we got that going. So now I can, what do I want to do first? Let's do the head. Head's always kind of leads a lot of the motions. It's not a new timing for when her jump is. Let's see. So now it's at 39 is where the 339 is where that jump is. So I need like a couple frames before then, so I could just kind of just go back a couple frames and then get her started. Because every time you want to jump up, there's always like an opposite reaction. You always want to build up your momentum, velocity, some kind of science. So what I needed was I need to have more time for her to go down. Even still, it feels a little bit slow. Maybe fast. I can't tell at this point. And now I can get her into the next pose. So anyway, just want you to look at that fire and then see it for just a smidge longer. But to do that it was just like a bunch of different avalanche of different things that needed to be coordinated together to be able to do that effectively. So I'm building up her, she's storing her kinetic energy. This is where you gotta learn some physics to be able to do animation. It helps to have like some small samplings of like real math and science to make cartoons. It does help a lot. Then I was like, okay, I know that she needs to like at least store up some energy before she can release it. It's like a baseball player. That's like the usual suspect for that, is that baseball players, you know, or like a pitcher throwing a ball, they don't, their pose isn't, you know, if they're here and they're gonna throw the ball and they have the mitt. What I'm thinking is that I needed time for her to actually throw it. The next pose isn't this. You know, when you see someone throwing a ball, it's not 1, 2. There's a whole separate pose that goes in between. Is that there's this one where you're like going up, maybe your legs up, and you're ready with this, and it's like the ball's there. And so this is the secret one, you know, the real good one. This is the, I don't know. Hi, Joe. This is the anticipation is the big word for it. It's good to spell things too. So like you start here and you wind up where your arm goes back, and then it starts here and then goes all the way over there. So I needed enough time to actually have the anticipation, but the storyboards I had didn't allow me to see both her having the anticipation and showing the flame for at least a little bit longer. So this is the important wind up, and then you draw. So there you go. That's hopefully explains it a little bit pretty good. Whoever asked that, thank you, cool guy. Have you know where Netflix is planning on? Have you heard? Netflix is planning on sending 10 people on all expenses to Japanese animation college. Oh, that just sounds cool. Oh boy. Whatever kind of software they use. Because not like even like nowadays they kind of have that kind of hybrid animation style where they're not fully get into you know, fully digital or puppeting or animation. They're still doing hand drawn and real animation. So still commend them for that. That's very impressive that they're still going with that. Not even Simpsons is doing that. So I just want this little tiny whoop 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 store energy to then jump up. So even my swordword's still a little bit off, but I think it'll still work, hopefully. You can transfer students will work with Netflix to make an original anime in the States. That's always a hot topic of whether like Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime. Because most people would say like, oh, because it's made in America, that means it can't be anime. Because you know, anime is supposed to be made and can only be made in Japan. So it's like because like Avatar: Last Airbender was made in America, at least designed and created and everything. That means it must be a cartoon, you know, right? With stuff like that. This sounds better. Jeez. I don't know. What do I call it? I would probably call it a cartoon that has the aesthetic and style. It's not just Japanese, you know, culture influence in Avatar. It's mostly a lot of like Chinese as well, especially Ba Sing Se and all those sorts of environments are pretty Chinese, or a lot of Asian style throughout everything. I don't know. I could be wrong with all that too. Yeah, it's just a word for animation in Japanese is how. Yeah, exactly. Mecha is short for mecha. Exactly. So anime is just short, literally for animation. So it's not much more deep than that. Hopefully for people to get that, but it seems to be. Don't want to go into wars with that. I feel like the arms should be one shorter here, which means I need to move the arms pegs back to, but not the frame. Okay. Do. Yeah, Disney had an interesting idea of like making everything actually really cute. That was like his motto, or like, you know, thing that he was like, yes, when we make like Disney cartoons, like that was like the top priority per se, was to make everything look cute, no matter what it was. Yeah. Let's see. Like anime a lot? Yes. I know you have a selection in your Discord, but still. Yeah. I think most of that, the anime section was made by Star, and I think Star or someone else talks a lot of anime in that server, so that's why. That's there. Oh, I can add an extra layer of squash and stretch by going here and then squishing her. We're actually squashing her down. Yeah, I talked about this a while ago, is that I talked about my Crunchyroll. My catalog for that. So I already discussed that. It's absolutely fun to say. Here to talk about. Yeah. I don't watch much anime nowadays. I feel like I'm just just trying to focus and trying to work on my projects rather than watching cartoons, which seems weird, but it's like it comes with the territory. It's hard to like be a cartoon maker and not watch anime or watch cartoons a lot. It's because it's like, yeah, but that's what got you into the business, so you gotta eventually watch a lot of it. I don't know, what's my... I don't think I said like what's my favorite anime is. I'll have to think about that. I actually don't know. What's your guys' favorite anime? Conversation, turn it around. And maybe I'll say if I like that or not, or if I recognize it. Yeah. Yeah. In the 90s? Yeah. Oh, 90s. I'm 90s kid, so yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff there. Steins Gate? I've heard of it, but I don't know what's it about or anything about it. Let's see if there's a slim chance I can move this around, maybe. Try to get her behind the platform, but the platform might be too close. So how am I going to do this? I might need to move the train itself back a bit. At least for this one frame, maybe. Let's see here. So what I can do is move this button and then move it back a bit. That's a lot. Just enough room for her to fall in between the two parts. Might have to make a... kind of might be too much. Let's see. And now... there should be like a small gap, hopefully. Yep. Yeah, we can see a distance. Okay, perfect. So now her cheek is in between the platform and the train. So obviously this train here is moving, so we need to move that back behind the train. Time traveling nerds. Awesome. Okay. I don't know what I expected. I guess I was actually, when I heard Steingates, I thought of the Full Metal Alchemist for some reason. And I know that's completely wrong, so I didn't want to guess. Which is another one I haven't really paid attention. I guess there's a lot of like classic ones I never haven't watched yet. I guess I just like when I started watching on Crunchyroll more closely. I was trying to keep up with the newer ones, you know, or whatever was out at like in 2017 or 18. So I feel like I definitely haven't watched all the classics yet. Maybe a little bit sharper. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. And then just gonna pull her down a little bit. And a little bit down. I guess you just like pull her all the way down. So now, whoop up. Oh, this is why we do this. It's so fun. Star Blazers and Robotech. Oh, yeah. I think my dad loves Robotech. Or one of those, yeah. He likes those the 70s or 80s animes like that. Yeah. No, not that I really got it. He likes space. That's why my Derpy's dad has affinity for space. It's because my dad does. So I base my parents on the Derpy's parents are based on my parents. Let's say it like that. I think Robotech was definitely one of my dad's favorites as a kid, when he was a kid. I wasn't able to really get into it, so unfortunately, to really see the true out of it. But my dad recently watched. It's got the long name. Evangelist. See, I didn't watch this. I don't know how to say it. The one with the famous intro with that song. Neo Angelic Evangelist or something. Oh boy. Yeah, so he recently watched that, and I think he just binged it all on his own. So he likes anime. Meow. 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 I like playing it over and over just to make sure everything feels good. Alright. Uh-huh. First started to was fun. Here's a Rama fan. Oh. I was one of the largest fan fiction collections around. Interesting. Oh, I never heard that. Yeah. It's where I get the pen name, which was when it's from Rama Satome. Interesting. I know there's so many like interesting, even like retro animes I never heard of. It's like, yeah, I feel like I should know at least like 80% of them, right? But every time anime is discussed, it's like, hey, have you heard of this? And it's like, no. Oh man. Try some of the animation is really interesting. I mean, you got to think of it as like a motion comic, you know, brought to life. 'Cause that's really what the core of it is of anime. Is that it's they're all 90% of the anime is based on manga. So, if you're not into manga, it'd be hard to get into anime. I can see that then, you know. Tome. Yeah, I was confused because there was an O after that. Tome. If we say so. Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to learn it. Trying to learn Duolingo. Which isn't the best, and I feel like I'm just learning the same stuff over and over, or I'm just not letting myself really learn much. So at least it's pretty good for like learning the hiragana, katakana, but after that it's like I kind of fall off. Kind of like any kind of language I've ever learned. I never got any farther than basics or anything. So at least with Japanese, I feel like I'm pretty confident just like reading. Just because like that's the biggest hurdle, I guess, for Japanese is just to get like the hiragana, katakana going. Be able to understand it and actually be able to read it. I think it's the largest part of that. Okay. Because once you get that, then it's like, okay, let me just now use those hiragana, katakana to then read everything. Because then you can like Google translate it faster than trying to look up each individual letter, you know? So, yeah. It's got me, Joe. You got it. Oops. What did I click? Click on this for some reason. I don't think it did anything. So next thing is everything's too fast. So we need to slow it down again. I need to take all these bips. Let's move the color card as well. Color card is where? Color card is this one. It's locked, so let's unlock it. So this needs to be a little bit later. Alrighty. I need to make the whole thing a little bit longer. Okay. So now what I want is just add a little bit more time. So, because my jump with the animation took a little bit longer than the storyboard. The storyboard's already finished jumping, so I need to add a little bit more time in the storyboard so everything's kind of lines up again. Speeds kind of line up good. Okay. And then let's spend some couple more time. There we go. Let's just add a couple more frames just to like realign these back together. Oh boy. Okay. Next thing is actually the train moving. So this is boop, this one. Guess I can move I think I had some keyframes here, so let's put these. Yeah, to make sure that these layering worked. Once she's gone, I can put these pops and then copy before they moved and then paste it there. So now it should be back to where they were. So that'll work. Okay. Because this ghost stories. Oh yeah, I've seen some clips of ghost stories. Where he just didn't make it anything truthful or adapting it correctly or accurately. Okay. Is the train door here? It is not. So I think I just need to pay attention to this. This peg moves all 3 train bips. This one moves just the engine, the train cart, and train cart 2. Okay. So what I need to do is that roughly around here. Roughly around when the storyboard changes. Boop. Well, now we need to have each of these have keyframes. Individually would be pretty good, I think, for this to make it seem more organic. Let's see what I want. I think what I want is, let's just play it a little bit. Is that, yeah, it's her weight is going to be in the middle. So like the left and right ones might be like bowed downward, you know, because that's where the center of gravity is. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know at least what I want is that the middle one to be higher and then the other ones to kind of bow down a little bit. So let's see. Let me drink some water. I think we're about there, a little bit halfway through the stream. Okay. Hello. Hi, Porgemoli. Discovery counted this week. Oh, thank you. Usually do our streams like this. I would call this animation stream, at least for this particular one. But yes, I do these Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. So at the same time. So thank you for joining. And deep in this animation, so hopefully it doesn't make much sense right now, I suppose, but thank you for coming in. Let's see. Hope you stay for a while. Let's try and see the results of that makes maybe profitable. Yeah. It didn't even sell in Japan? Oh man. When the rights got sold to US, they were able to do whatever they want. Wonder how that feels like. If it's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. We don't care. And then it work out, whatever. Yeah. Do the same thing. Wrong button. Okay. Okay. I think there should be another one maybe like here. Where then it can like kinda do. And then basically I thought this was gonna be the easy part where I just kinda tween this upward, but now I'm gonna be doing it more complex, I suppose. But I guess like, yeah, I can still kinda do this with the mega train peg. And then just kind of bring this up to there, and then I'll animate the other trains kind of like bowling or whatever. So frame 2. So now it goes whoop. Maybe I should like I get rid of this and I can actually, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like redo this just because I have another idea. Is that I'm gonna have it kind of go downward a bit, and then it gets that energy a little bit, and I think it can kind of go kind of slow at the beginning, and then okay. Still feels slow, but I think if I maybe get rid of some of these. Get this in the middle, get this one up there, and then it's basically just gone, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing this really for you guys. It's for your own entertainment. So if there's any kind of like questions or stuff you'd like to learn about with animation or anything else about me, I appreciate that. Otherwise, yeah, this project is solely just for fun of making something for animation. So yeah, this is not the purpose of this is this whole project, and a lot of my stream projects are not going to be my next big video or any big project thing. This is just for literally just for these stream projects. So yeah, so it's kind of sprung up just from I didn't want to have spoilers of actual videos on my streams as like work in progress, and I know that a lot of you guys will be like, hey, can you add this to the video? And it's like, I'm already like way deep into it. And it's like that idea would just take 3 months or more or something crazy like added in. That is like, cool. How about no? So this is like our playground kind of in stream stuff where it's like, sure, you know, let's add it in. That there's no like, ending off. Nothing that'll be off limits, I suppose. But fortunately, I think we're far into this that most of those sort of ideas might be a little bit too late now. So yeah, a lot of this is just for you guys to have fun with having content as well as a lot of this as well. What this is for. So hopefully that clears up with that. And if anyone else who's coming in that's like, what's going on here? Why are you making Pony Life stuff? It's like, yeah. That's what this is for. Can't see that there's a little bit bowing out action that I was describing it. These are just kind of bending outward a little bit. Let's see. Nintendo Direct. I've heard of it. I've already, yeah, the Nintendo already said like, oh, we'll kind of talk about games that are already out, which is interesting, and Q1 games. So I don't expect it to be like Breath of the Wild 2 or any Metroid 4s or any of those. I don't expect it to be major announcements. I think it's just gonna be either like half. So maybe there's something. Let's see. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, even my bear didn't even come in. Huh. Oh boy. Yeah, so right now if you're watching the VOD, I think the internet exploded. I'm gonna go text my parents to see if they're doing anything. He's usually downloading things. Exploded. Downloading anything? I'm texting my parents. Oh no. Let's see if this goes through. If this works, then we'll be on a good track. Nope, it exploded too. Oh boy. Everyone's gone. Okay. I am doing this one. Oh, there's someone. Someone's coming back. How we doing? Not me. Okay. My back? I don't know. Maybe there I am. Hello. I don't know. We do have some weird power outages sometimes, so I wouldn't put it past it that something's weird going on. Let you guys come back in. I see 2 people. Welcome. I think for now I should probably just go to toaster time and then so not to keep working on this and trying to distract myself. Are we back? We're coming back. Refreshed it. Okay. Let's see if I can does refreshing work? I hear you. I'll just make sure everyone else gets in. Oops. Alrighty. It works? Okay. That was really weird. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of other things that's going on. At least with this project I'm looking at, is that the train goes up and then shortboard is off. With that. So the shake's a little bit off. Let's move the shake back. Let's see. Yep. So right around here. It's around 409. Let's move this over a little bit more. Boof. Boof. And then you need to move a little bit. And it gets off. Whoa, okay. Duster's having a little problem there. Let's turn the color card a little bit sooner. So he explodes way back here. Whoops. That's not how that works. Just resave a little bit sooner. And then I'll get it back to there. Okay. So that should work. Welcome, guys. Sorry that's weird. I just wanted to at least just clean up the last of it so that when we loop it, it doesn't break too bad. But yeah, I'll go to toaster time. I just set this up. Okay. Weird ending. Sorry. Who knows? Yeah. There's always weird YouTube stuff or weird my stuff. Who knows? I don't know. As long as the mic's still good, that's what I'm really worried about. It's at the beginning was that the mic doesn't sound good. That my sound isn't adjusting somehow. But if you guys can still hear me, if I'm still on, because I see you guys coming back in. So hopefully everyone got the memo that I'm back. But yeah, what were we talking about earlier? I don't know. We're talking about Nintendo, and then oh yeah, it's a bit late to add anything later. You're fine. Thank you. Okay. I'm glad that this microphone is super plug and play, that you literally have to plug in the USB and it works. I didn't have to download any dumb, software or any applications or anything. I'm using the same, publisher, whatever that's called, distributor for these microphones, so the Fifine, so must already have that plug-in or whatever already in, so nice. So glad that all works. I'm really happy that it came with a pop filter. I didn't expect. I knew what it would come with, but I didn't expect it to actually be this powerful. I never had a pop filter to begin with. I never had any pop filters, so when I tested it over the weekend, I noticed the difference was really night and day. I'm really impressed of how well it works. So that's what I wanted to say out of that. I drink some water. Yeah, no drivers. Yeah, exactly. Maybe the first time I had a Fifine. I do a lot of Fifine stuff for microphones. So obviously not sponsored, but that's the one I've been going. And the microphone and the chart. Could be issues with what? I don't think the electricity. And then I suppose. Sorry about this. Is the other option for that there. Bitrate. Bitrate hasn't changed. The only thing that sort of changed is I updated my character animator, and it might be using some extra bits somehow. I forgot how to set it. How do I set my stream settings? Yeah. Okay. Auto just to see if that's too high or low. Okay, thank you. I will change. I will look for it. Yeah, there's a lot of times where it actually loses data. And I think I have to go to. I forgot what the setting is, but yeah, I probably should have stopped this earlier. But this is so bad. Let's go here. I'm going through my stream settings to see if there's a way to change my output. Bitrate. I can't change it now. I cannot change my output or my bitrate. Yeah, I can't change it probably during I'm actually streaming, so I don't think that works. So I'm sorry that this was weird. Thank you, Deadpool. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully next time we'll have better bit rates or something. The RNG will hopefully bless us better next time. So yeah, sorry. Thank you guys that I had to cut this out. Had to cut this short. That this is not fun. So thank you guys for coming, and then I don't want to keep it being really bad. So I'm just I'll cut it short, and then we'll be back on Thursday. So sorry about this. I feel like it's either out of my control or I just don't know what went wrong. There you go. I said it. Haha. I don't know what went wrong. Whoa, okay, dokie. Thank you guys. Sorry this happened. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. See you on Thursday at whatever this says at the bottom here, 4 and 7. So, thank you. I usually do this for a little bit longer, usually for like an hour and a half, but if this is going to be in and out, then obviously that's not good for content. So thank you. All right, bye guys, for real. Okay, see ya.